Wonderful day, ladies and gentlemen. London, Mines and Money 2014, and we are now going over to Turkey. And I'm here with Tigris Resources and Tim Coughlin. He is the CEO of the company. How are you?
Very well. How are you, sir?
Perfect.
Been a long time.
Always good here in London. Yeah, a long time that we didn't see each other, but now you are with a new company.
Yep.
And yeah, give us a short overview. What's going on here?
Okay, so I mean, it's not entirely a new company. We've been around for about 4 years, but the team that you remember from Lydian, so the initial exploration and sort of founding team, has moved across to manage this as of about February or March this year. And since then, we've sort of expanded the company from a focus which was, I'm pointing behind me here, but which was principally on exploration in southeast Turkey, to more project development in western Turkey, where we have a porphyry copper-gold system, which seems to be more gold-rich, and a gold epithermal system that we're about to drill. And we're just about to IPO, so
but you are not yet public?
No. We're
when does that happen?
About sometime around about January.
Oh, that's quite close.
We've been in the process for a while, yes. And so what we're going to do is back into a capital pool company in Toronto. We've had a lot of help with our friends Sprott on that side, so they own about 23% of the company now.
Sprott Asset Management.
Sprott Asset Management. Sprott Global, sorry, so in the United States. And so we kick off next year. Rebranded, will no longer be Tigris, will be called Royal Road Minerals. This is on Toronto Exchange. And next year for us is drilling a fairly exciting porphyry, a very big porphyry system that we, as I say, we think is gold rich, and drilling an epithermal system in western Turkey.
Okay, what would be the IPO price and what would be the potential market cap you want to start with?
Well, I think what we're doing is we're rolling back, so we'll come out the gate on the day of listing at around about 30 cents, which gives us, I think, a sort of around about a $10 million market cap.
Oh, that's not too bad. How did you come on Turkey? Have you inherited the stuff? Or?
No, it was Eastern Turkey. You know, you probably recall in sort of the early days of Lydian, the focus of the team. Or the team that sort of formed Lydian's focus always has really been frontier exploration, and Turkey's not a frontier, not by a long shot, but southeastern Turkey had always been an interesting region for us, highly prospective, very underexplored, and for good reason, because it was a place or a focus of a conflict between the Turkish government and the PKK up until a peace process in 2013, March 2013. And so we started work whilst we were still with Lydian, sort of sitting in non-executive roles on the board of this company, flying over. We hired a plane, we flew over the entire southeast Turkey region at 10-kilometre line spacing, identifying areas of interest, and that was pre-peace process. And then since the peace process came about, we've been acquiring exploration tenement in southeast Turkey. And then, as I say, we then shot across to western Turkey and started to do some joint ventures on some projects that I've known for quite a while, that have been held by a local company that are now our partners in Turkey.
Okay, great.
So company's been around for a while, but we just jumped into the seat when we left. Our team left Lydian around about February, March this year.
Okay, let's talk about some numbers. First of all, I want to know what is money in the bank. What will you raise with the IPO? What will be the plan then for 2015 and onwards?
Okay, so we'll come out of the gate. Probably the best way to answer that. We've done a couple of capital raisings this year, and there's some money in the capital pool company that we're reversing into. So once we've paid costs, we should have around about $2.1 million in the bank in January next year, and a fresh IPO. There'll be a rollback with that IPO, so it'll mean we'll have about 35 million shares out, so it'll be a nice tight structure, money in the bank, and then set to go. And that money will be spent mostly on drilling our porphyry target. And
how much money you want to spend for drilling, roughly?
I think we want to spend about $300,000 drilling that. So it's just, as I say, what we're trying to do is, we know the centre of the system is sort of 0.3, 0.4 copper gold, but what we're doing is finding a ring fracture, so literally, as it says on the tin, going around the outside of that copper gold, of fairly high grade gold, really good trench results and channel results we're getting at the moment. We want to drill that. So it's a case of testing that gold sort of outer zone that will be the focus of our work next year.
Fantastic. Can you tell our viewers already some maybe trench results, some grab samples you had, whatever?
Yes, I'll have to excuse me while I pick up the presentation so I can remember. We've just got some new ones. So if we go to that particular project, It was drilled by Freeport back in around about 2010, and they focused on copper in the center of the system. We've got intersections such as 71 meters at 0.4 gold and 0.3 copper. We've been, as I say, working around the outside where trench results, and these are channels actually, so saw cut channels. I'll just read some of the 18 meters at a gram, 11.7 at 1.9, 5.4 at 1.2, 3 at 2.4, so quite a lot, and your viewers won't be able to see that, but it's on our website. But it's not common to do. It's not common to have that much gold at those sort of grades sitting around the outside in a ring sort of fracture pattern to a copper gold system like that. So we're quite excited.
Okay, fantastic. What is management share in the company?
We own about 8.6%.
8.6. Any other large shareholders than Sprott Global?
Russo Asset Management, so, out of Toronto, Sprott, Macquarie, and that's about it, I think. So in management.
Fantastic. Let's come back to the larger game plan here. Of course, you want to drill first. That's for sure. So you have a proof of concept. What is then, let's say, the bigger picture? Do you want to search for a strategic partner? If you find something really interesting, obviously you have already some intentions, otherwise you wouldn't be there. You wouldn't work there, that's for sure. But what is the larger game plan?
Well, it's a good question, especially in these markets. We're an exploration team. There's absolutely no doubt about that. If there's if that fact needs any more evidence behind it, we stepped out of Lydian, which is now a development project, replaced ourselves with a mining development team, and went back to doing what we do best. So we know what we do best, and we'll stick to
exploration.
We'll stick to our knitting. So what do we do with projects that we're developing? Well, our Turkish partner, is pretty keen on taking things through to production. He knows full well that at that point we'll step out and try and business develop and put more resources into the picture. So that's one particular strategy. There are various others, and I'm sure you're well aware of them. There are other ones that might involve a spin out of particular assets. We're very much enjoying working with our Turkish partners, and because they teach us a lot, and not just about operating in the country in which we're operating, of course, not the obvious stuff, but the pace. You see some of our headings here. We're preparing ourselves for reform. We believe that we've come out of this period of reckoning in the sector during this spectacular downturn, and we're into a period now of reform. And part of that reform really is just not messing around and getting on with things. So on one side, that means if it looks interesting, then moving it quickly through to development. On the other side, that means if for us anyway, if it's a project that doesn't look like it's going to make it, then it's gone. We'll leave it. We're not going to fall in love with these things, and we'll move on and go and find other things. Keeping G&A tight, looking for higher grades. These are all things that generally happen when you come out of the bottom of markets like this. And as I say, our Turkish partners helping us with some of the decision making on these projects.
Fantastic. Great. Yeah, it's always good to have strong and good partners, and it seems like you have a great compelling plan.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tim.
Thanks for your time.
Excellent.
Cheers.
Thank you. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, there was Tim Coughlin here from Tigris Resources, the CEO. And you heard it. The company is IPOing in January. Company has approximately $2.1 million then in the bank. They will start with a first $300,000 drill program. And we will see what comes out. They are obviously in a good jurisdiction, good country, and it's quite well known for gold and copper, of course. And we will find out next year. Thanks and bye-bye from London. Merry Christmas.